What's the matter? Seeing things?
What if I told you that Pennywise, the dancing clown, the eater of worlds, the nightmare from Derry, isn't just a monster hiding in the sewers, but part of a cosmic family that shapes the very foundation of Stephen King's universe? Behind the red balloon and twisted grin lies a web of ancient gods, creators, and celestial beings who control the balance of creation and destruction itself. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. Today, we're not just talking about Pennywise the clown, we're uncovering Pennywise the god spawn, the creature born from forces older than time. This is the complete breakdown of Pennywise's family tree, from his divine father Gan to his cosmic brother Maturin, the turtle, and the goddess Bessa, who ties them all together. Let's dive into the terrifying origins of the universe's most infamous monster and the godly bloodline that made him.
'Cause I've missed you.
Pennywise, the eater of worlds. Before we dive into the cosmic beings above him, let's start with Pennywise itself, or it. Long before humans ever existed, roughly around 1 million years before our time, it arrived on Earth. This wasn't an invasion, it was more like a landing, a being from beyond the known universe, beyond time and space, an ancient creature that came from a place called the Macroverse. When it arrived, the Earth was wild and primal. It discovered there was no food like what it was used to consuming in its home dimension, so it adapted. It learned to feed on fear. Children, being more imaginative and emotionally raw, became the perfect prey. Every 27 years, it would awaken, hunt, and feed, preferring to appear as Pennywise the dancing clown. But why a clown? Because fear tastes better when it's seasoned with imagination. Pennywise saw that humans feared clowns, figures of joy twisted into nightmares, and so it took that shape, adding layers to its terrifying persona. However, this clown form is just one mask. Pennywise's true form, the Deadlights, is incomprehensible to humans. Staring into them leads to madness. What the Losers Club saw in their final battle was a monstrous spider, was merely the closest their minds could interpret. The losers defeated it twice. First, as children, when they forced it into slumber, and then, 27 years later, when they returned as adults to face its true form. They tore out its heart and destroyed the body. But even death doesn't erase Pennywise's cosmic origins, because it is far more than a monster. It's part of a divine hierarchy ruled by a being known as Gan. Gan, the creator of all worlds. To understand Pennywise, you have to understand Gan, the god above gods in Stephen King's universe. Gan is the supreme creative force, the architect of existence, the one who spun the multiverse from the chaos known as the Prim. Gan isn't just a deity in name, he's the living embodiment of creation itself. He exists as the Dark Tower, a central pillar holding all universes in balance. Each world, each story, every reality that Stephen King wrote connects to this tower. The Dark Tower isn't just symbolic, it's alive, and Gan is its consciousness. Gan represents the White, a force of order and light that opposes chaos and destruction, forces embodied by the Crimson King, and in part by Pennywise. Through his essence, Gan created countless universes, each with their own rules, timelines, and beings. Some worlds are familiar, like the one where Derry, Maine exists. Others are vast and alien, but all depend on Gan's continued existence. If Gan were to fall, everything, every universe, including ours, would collapse. That's why Gan occasionally intervenes through subtle means, sometimes through visions, sometimes through dreams, and sometimes through storytellers like Stephen King himself. In the Dark Tower novels, it's even suggested that King's act of writing is part of Gan's divine plan to ensure the story continues and the multiverse remains stable. This positions Gan as the ultimate father figure in the cosmic family, one that includes Pennywise, the turtle Maturin, and the goddess Bessa, who ties them all together. Bessa, the rose of creation. Where Gan is creation and structure, Bessa his wife, is life itself. In Stephen King's mythology, Bessa manifests as a rose, symbolizing beauty, fragility, and the essence of existence. She's the goddess of Kef, the water of life that flows through all beings and worlds. Bessa's influence isn't as overt as Gan's. She doesn't build or destroy, she sustains. She's the patroness of chance, fate, and even gambling, symbolizing the randomness that keeps life from being predictable. Together, Gan and Bessa form a balance, structure and chaos, creation and luck, tower and rose. In the Dark Tower series, the rose often appears as a divine symbol representing the soul of creation. When it wilts, worlds weaken. When it thrives, reality stabilizes. Through this lens, Bessa could be seen as the mother of existence itself, and by extension, Pennywise's cosmic mother. It's poetic that the being who represents beauty and life is indirectly linked to a creature like Pennywise, who thrives on fear, death, and decay. It's the eternal balance, creation and destruction, both born from the same divine source. Maturin, the turtle, and Pennywise's cosmic brother. Now we come to one of the most fascinating figures in this mythos. Maturin, the turtle. If Pennywise represents chaos, fear, and consumption, Maturin represents wisdom, creation, and protection. Long before the universe as we know it existed, Maturin was there, sleeping in the void. He was one of the 12 guardians of the beams that hold up the Dark Tower. Each beam has 2 guardians, Maturin and Shardik the bear being one pair. Maturin's story is legendary. In his eternal slumber, he once had a stomachache so terrible that he vomited out the entire universe. That act of cosmic creation birthed everything, from galaxies to atoms. Afterward, Maturin returned to his sleep, only occasionally awakening to observe events within the multiverse. Despite his immense power, Maturin is humble and kind. He's often described as gentle and grandfatherly, wise beyond measure, yet reluctant to interfere. To Pennywise, Maturin was a brother, but also an enemy. While Maturin embodies order, Pennywise thrives in chaos. The two are eternal opposites, locked in cosmic balance. When Bill Denbrough faced Pennywise during the ritual of Chud, it was Maturin who guided him. The turtle spoke directly to his mind, teaching him that belief and courage were stronger than fear. Maturin assured him that Pennywise's true power came not from its strength, but from the fear it inspired. Through faith and imagination, the losers defeated Pennywise, not just with physical attacks, but with willpower. Maturin's wisdom became their weapon. However, when the losers returned to face it as adults, Pennywise claimed that Maturin was dead, having choked on a galaxy or two. Whether this was truth or deception remains unclear. In the cosmic sense, even if Maturin's physical form died, his influence might persist through the beams or the fabric of creation itself. After all, beings of such scale rarely die. They merely transform. Gan, Maturin, and Pennywise, the cosmic trinity. When you step back and look at the grand picture, these three beings, Gan, Maturin, and Pennywise, form a divine trinity that defines existence in Stephen King's multiverse. Gan represents creation, the architect. Maturin represents stability, the guardian. Pennywise represents entropy, the destroyer. This mirrors many mythological trinities found in world religions: light and dark, creation and destruction, order and chaos. King's multiverse thrives on this balance. The battle between Maturin and Pennywise isn't just good versus evil, it's balance versus imbalance. Pennywise believes that all things must end, that fear, death, and decay are the natural state of existence. Maturin, on the other hand, believes in preservation and harmony, and above them, Gan ensures the story continues. It's why Pennywise's defeat wasn't just physical, it was philosophical. The Losers Club represented humanity's capacity to create meaning, to believe in something greater than fear. That belief was a spark of Gan's divine light within them. Pennywise's place in the multiverse. So where does Pennywise truly stand now? After its death beneath Derry, the deadlights, the essence of its being, were extinguished. But considering the cyclical nature of King's multiverse, death might not be the end. Pennywise could re-emerge in another form, another world, another story. Remember, In the Dark Tower, all worlds are connected by the tower itself. What happens in Derry could ripple into Midworld or into another parallel Earth. In that sense, Pennywise might simply return in a new cycle, perhaps weaker, or perhaps evolved. Even if it never physically returns, the idea of Pennywise, the embodiment of fear, will always exist, because fear itself is part of creation. Just as Gan needs Bessa and Maturin needs the beams, the universe itself requires balance between light and dark. Pennywise is that darkness, necessary but forever bound by the light that opposes it. The legacy of the cosmic family. When Stephen King created It, he wasn't just writing a horror story. He was weaving a mythology, a tapestry of cosmic proportions. Pennywise isn't a lone monster haunting a small town. He's a shard of something divine. Gan, the god of creation. Bessa, the rose of life. Maturin, the turtle of order. And Pennywise, the chaos that tests the strength of all creation. Together, they form the foundation of King's entire multiverse, a universe where gods, monsters, and mortals share the same destiny, bound by the ever-turning wheel of the Dark Tower. Pennywise may have been destroyed, but his family, the cosmic forces that birthed him, endure. And as long as there's fear, chaos, and imagination, the shadow of the dancing clown will never truly fade. Because in the world of Stephen King, every story, every world, and every monster is just another page in Gan's grand design. And somewhere out there, in the endless void beyond the beams, Pennywise might still be waiting, smiling, watching, and whispering, "We all float down here." Our nerdy thoughts. So that's the hidden lineage of Pennywise, the terrifying cosmic child of creation and chaos. From Gan's divine tower to Maturin's eternal slumber and the rose of Bessa's life force, Pennywise isn't just a monster. He's a reflection of the universe's dark half. What do you think? Could Pennywise return in another cycle of the multiverse? Or has the loser's victory truly ended his reign?
Fear.
Now what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.